6 in the morning, walking through the door.
Yeah.
Looking at me like, what you looking at me for? I see the lipstick and the makeup on your clothes. Ain't no need to question, cause I already know.
What is music, y'all? That's what we talking about on this podcast, this documentary right here. We talking about what is music. And today we are blessed to have the talent of the musical genius, my cousin, Rosa Lorea. You hear in the background, so what we gonna do is vibe to her music for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Before we even get into the conversation, we want y'all to just, wherever you at, and you looking at this, you gonna get up out of your seat or sit in your seat and dance the hell out of your ass. You dig? Rock, rock, rock.
Your mama taught you the worst thing to do is to tell a lie to somebody that cares about you. No other woman got you back like I do, treat you like I do, give you what I do. It's true. The situation never really sad. Want me to stay, but baby, that's too bad. Was the best thing you ever had, but I ain't taking this. I ain't taking this. Baby, it's too late for your explaining. Shut it up. Expression on my face is saying I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of the lying and betraying. Give it up. You're saying that you're sorry, but you won't fess up. Boy, stop.
Hey.
Ain't no need in trying to come clean now. Too many lies done come out your mouth, and you can save it. I can't take it. I'm just saying. I can see in your eyes. Every time you lie to me, you lie. Don't lie to me, baby, don't lie. I can see in your eyes. Every time you lie.
I knew you had been lying the whole time, but might have took you through some things, but I had your bite. Anytime you feel short, I pick up your slight. Ain't no reason for you tripping, let's move on and let it go. Try to express my feelings to you, really wanted you to know. True emotion was explained, but you focus on the pain. Telling lies and playing games, bringing tarnish to my name. Didn't wanna let you go, but I got to. So I hope that guy you with really got you. Cause I'm gone in the wind like the green that I smoke. I'm the black Bruce Wayne, you must be joking with them jokes.
Terry Ross. Hey, that's my other cousin right there, y'all.
I'm a boss by myself, ain't gotta wait for you to choose. Ain't got no time for you to choose. Ain't got no time for you to choose.
Yo, welcome to What is Music. This is the podcast where we explore the universal language that transcends boundaries and connects us all. From the soulful rhythms of jazz to the electrifying beats of electronic dance music, we dive deep into every genre, uncovering the stories, emotions, and cultures behind the sounds that shape our world. Join us as we talk to artists, historians, and fans alike, sharing insight and experiences that highlight the incredible diversity of music. Whether you're a lifelong aficionado or just curious about what makes music so powerful, there's something here for everyone. Let's embark on this sonic journey together. And as I already stated, I got the beautiful, the talented, the genius, Rosa Lorea. So before you go any further, I want to know, where can that track be found at? We need to let the world know where they can go to find that track, because I know you got a lot of females out there right now saying, girl, I feel you. Feel what you saying.
So that track is actually going to be on my YouTube. You can just go to YouTube and you can type in Rosa Borden, ROSABORDEN, and that will take you to my YouTube. And it's actually going to be put on my YouTube on Friday.
All right, all right.
Um, it's only gonna be like a little visual. Ain't no music video or nothing to it yet. We working on that, but the song
Right.
itself will be up there. I'm also gonna put it on my Facebook page, which is also Rosa Borden. So
Okay.
you can find it on there too.
All right. Well, we gonna talk about that, cause big cuz gonna get you where you need to go, cause that track right there is banging, man. That's a
Thank
banger.
you.
It's very relative because we all been lied to at some point in some connection somewhere, you know.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
so I feel that you got something there, cuz you got some. So what I want you to do, right, is give me your personal definition of how would you personally define music.
Huh. Okay, so I define music as the vibration of life. Like
Okay.
it's a sequence of tones and vibrations that could can validate or amen, if you will,
Amen.
your emotions,
Uh-huh.
your mental state at the present time. It's pleasing to your ears, just makes you feel good altogether.
Okay. So you talked about frequencies and vibrations. So what elements do you believe are essential to the identity of music?
Um, the rhythm, melody, harmony,
Hmm.
the form, um, how it's set up. Is it a song that builds or does it start out banging? The tone of it, is it minor, major, happy, sad, and the
Right.
lyrics. That's kind of
Okay.
like you know, for an example, I can give like Bad Mama Jamma. As soon as the old people hear, durner, durner,
Oh,
they know what that is.
yep.
And it automatically kind of, it takes them there.
Right.
That kind of stuff. Luther Vandross, that
Right.
the melody that like that's what captures you when it first comes on. So that definitely the essential elements when it comes to like making a hit.
Right. Right.
Right.
So, in what ways do you think music reflects cultural identity and influences social norms?
Music tells a story. So depending on where we're from culturally, it may be about the guy trapping on the corner. It may be about a woman who just fell in love. It may be about how many cars I got. In some cases, it's how much drugs they do. Um, People tend to listen to what they feel is popular,
Yeah,
and I think that's
what
what influences the societal norms. Because I mean, everybody ain't a trap star. Everybody ain't, a hooker or a hoochie.
true.
Ain't
True. Yeah.
everybody ain't a side chick, but
Right.
because that's what's popular, it's influential, it's to a big part of society. And what they say that they're doing in these songs, are influenced and
Yeah,
is perceived
it
to be the societal norm.
yeah. So, how does music evoke emotions in listeners from your perspective?
When it's
And
relatable.
can you share a personal experience where music significantly impacted your feelings?
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Um, when I divorced my ex. I went through a plethora of emotions, let me tell you, I went from because it was around Christmas time. I went from what do the lonely do at Christmas,
Hey, I done played
and
that
then
before.
2 months later, I was Jasmine Sullivan and bust the windows out your car. Like I was like. And then 3 months after that, I was
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it in me. And then it was. I'm telling you, like. And then 3 months after that, like I was Shirley Caesar.
I
You know,
completely understand.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
know what?
Like,
Yes, ma'am. And it's funny that you say that because that was the next question I was going into is the evolution of music and how has
mhm.
your understanding of music evolved over time?
So I've learned to appreciate different genres of
Hmm.
music. Like it may not be something that I'm used to, but I find that the lyrics, regardless of the genre, is what has begun to draw me. You know, because the older you get, you start actually listening to
Right,
understand. You
right,
know,
right,
and I mean, back in middle school, I don't want to hear like R&B, rap. You know, now I listen to jazz, country, pop,
right.
southern soul, blues. You know,
Hmm.
and I think a lot of that is because I'm a musician myself. And I think that kind of influenced that evolution. Like you can't call yourself a musician and the only thing you play is R&B. Like you have to open up
Right.
and you have to listen and sing new things. And I mean, I found myself loving Chris Stapleton, you know, Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like India Ari when she was doing neo soul, and Baby West Love right now, Southern Soul. Like
Right,
Southern
right.
Soul has never been anything that I've really been into like that, other than you know maybe Betty Wright. But Baby West Love is she got me hooked all over again.
Yes, because she actually sings from the soul. You know,
Yes,
what she does.
yes,
And I see you on that same spectrum when you do release and you get everything else out of your way, and I see you moving and providing that same source of entertainment and energy to individuals who hear your sound, because if you haven't heard her sing Tennessee whiskey, hey man, hey, she really takes you to Tennessee, you dig? She takes you to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
She takes you to Tennessee. So if you if you if you get the opportunity to hear that, you're blessed. And I appreciate being able to experience that, with the Black Velvet, the band, when you
Well,
guys did
thank
that,
you.
yeah, that was
Yes, yes.
dope. That was real dope,
Black
man.
Velvet Band. Yes,
Yes, the Black Velvet band, the one and only.
yes.
So what role does music play in your daily life?
Um, that's my get up and go. My day don't
Right.
start without it, and it don't end without it. I mean, in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
so you have some specific rituals or moments where you just I got to have me some music in order to do this.
hard days, hard days at work. Because I do work as a behavioral specialist, and I do work with defects. So I work with a lot of foster kids. So I see a lot of things.
Mhm.
Um, I see kids go through things that they should not go through at all in life.
Right.
And on those particular days, sometimes I might need uplifting. So I might go to my gospel. I may go to my inspirational music.
Mhm.
Um, sometimes when my kids piss me off, I might have I might have to start my morning off with some particular, it just all depends. It depends on the moment.
Okay. Now, the value of the moment is important if you know the value of a moment. So can you
Mm.
discuss the relationship between music and memory? How does music help you remember certain events or periods in your life? Like you pointed out earlier with the when you went from one genre to another genre to another genre, how
Yeah.
how is there any other are there any other instances outside of that you've used that you can remember?
So I believe music equals correlation because ultimately it's like the soundtrack of life, right? So
Mhm,
that's why when certain songs get played, you can remember where you were when you first heard it, what you
mhm.
had going on, how old you were. Sometimes you can remember what you had on. like, you know,
Right.
um, like for instance, when I think about my middle school days, I ain't trying to date myself now, but I think about, Sammy, Mario, Lil Romeo, Bow Wow, B2K, mainly because when we was
Mhm.
talking about that, the societal influence, back then they made it seem like it was okay to be a groupie, and I thought I was one. I thought I was a groupie. But like, let me see, at church, um, whenever I hear specific hymns or choir songs, I can remember, my mind can take me back to a particular person singing that hymn, or what they may have had on, or what it may have smelt like at that time, like the color of their suit, maybe the robes that we had on while we were singing. It's like a record being replayed.
Okay.
And I think that's also too why music is also related, with um older people in the nursing homes when they're going through dementia and Alzheimer's. They use music a lot of time to bring them back,
Yeah.
because they can correlate and place that with a specific point in time, to where it's like, oh, I remember this point in time when I heard this song and what I was doing when I heard it.
Right. So, how do you think technology has changed the way we create, share, and consume music today? Because I know you can get on them ivory keys and just make that thing make it dance. I've again been blessed to hear that myself.
I feel like creating music today is easier. They got all these different programs where stuff is already pre-programmed, beats, melodies, chords. There's no real pressure to be different.
Right.
I mean, when a sound comes out, everybody jumps on that train. Everybody jumps on that train to do it. And then when it falls off, they jump on the next train.
Yep.
And so on and so forth. Back in the day, the upcoming artists, they had a drive to be different. Like, they knew they had to be in order to get somewhere, because people weren't looking to brand the same sound thousands and thousands of times. Like, they were selling tapes and CDs out of their trunk, outside of stores and parking lots. And now you can just upload it for people to stream online. Like, not really
Facts.
no footwork. If you want to promote it, you don't have to hand out flyers. You don't have to go to the clubs and ask people, "Can I perform my stuff?" You don't have to staple them to no random polls. You can you can
Right.
just share it on social media.
Right. Yeah, that is true. So, what importance do you place on collaboration in music creation? Because it takes the right chemistry in order for a track to be that one. Because I mean, as you stated, you're an artist and I'm an artist as well. So I know you feel just like I do. Everything I do sound good to me. But
Right.
we understand that everything doesn't resonate with everybody, right? And all mixes don't match.
Yeah.
You can have certain energies and they can destroy a track.
Yeah.
So what importance do you place on collaboration in music creation?
I think it's super important. I love a good collaboration. Collaborations, they help your ear to evolve, which
Okay.
is super important if you're gonna be in the music industry. Like, it's almost important. It's almost impossible for you to be where you want to be in the music industry without collaborating outside of what you're used to. You're
True.
not evolving. You're just gonna be in that same plane
Right.
if you're not collaborating. Like, um, again, me being a musician, I feel like that's how I ultimately began to evolve in music. And I mean, I can give you an example.
Yeah.
Um, the first collaboration I ever heard, where I was like shocked and appalled but pleased at the same time, Run DMC and Aerosmith.
Mm, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. That was
That was your time. That was your time.
that was a mix up that you were like, wait, what? Whoa, wait, huh?
Yeah, but
What?
it worked,
Look,
right?
right.
Because you got rock and roll and you
I
got
still
rap.
rocking
You
this.
got hip
Right. Why
hop.
am I still rock that them white boys? Why am I rocking to these white boys doing this good talk stuff? I'm supposed to like this stuff, man, but I can't stop.
Right. As soon as they came, walk this way, talk
Right.
this way. You like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes,
and then
ma'am.
that made you want to explore that other side. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, what else
Yeah.
they got? Like, well, what else? So all
Right.
of it just that. You
Right.
know, like it's basically the evolution of music. Collaboration equals evolution. Point blank. Period.
Okay. So, in your opinion, how important is music education in school, and what benefit do you feel it provides the students with?
Now I'm a hard down advocate for music education, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of times when it is, um, I'm not gonna say enforced in schools, but when it's presented in schools, it's presented to be a form of art, a form of expression,
Mhm.
which it is. And like I said earlier, I work with a lot of foster kids myself, and all of them, they can't talk to you. They can't sit down and just communicate like how we're communicating. You know,
Right.
hey, this is what's going on in my life, this and this and this and that. But if you ask them to sit down and write a story, or if you ask them to sit down and write a poem, if you say sit down and write me a rap, they can do that. Therapists, family, everybody automatically assume, oh well, if somebody is going through something, they should be able to go to those people. That's not always the case. Music is an outlet for a lot of this younger generation and our generation too. Like it's an outlet.
Right.
So I feel like music education is very, very important
Hmm.
because without it, you basically silencing a whole generation.
True. How do you think music will evolve like in the next decade? What you think we're gonna be listening to in 2030, 2034? What do you think we will be listening to? Because I mean, like as you just pointed out, we went back all the way back to the 80s with the rock this way junk, right? And
Hmm.
it has since changed a lot because the state that we're in right now. We kind of coming out of that mumble rap phase, and now artists are starting to come back and enunciate and ensure that what they're saying is understood and heard. Versus what the hell? I'm on the Jimmy Jimmy. Yeah, yeah,
Now I do agree. We are getting back into that phase to where they are enunciating and stuff, but cause I would be lying if I told you I felt like I see it going somewhere by 2030. And the reason I'm saying it because this is why I say it. Um, the next decade or so of music will probably be this decade of music because
yeah.
all they doing is sampling stuff
True. This is
that
true.
has already been done.
This is true.
They reusing the melodies and adding different lyrics, adding a different beat. And I'm gonna be honest, my mama and my daddy was hard down blues, and and a lot of the stuff that he was like, I know that beat, and I was like, Dad, you don't know that beat? That's our music. And
Hmm.
we didn't even realize like it done been sampled, and you see that now,
Right.
like even today, like they done sample back that thing up. They done sample put it on my mama on my hood. Like everything is sampled now, and they just taking stuff and just changing the lyrics, but they still keeping the melody.
Right.
So
So
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see it going too far by 2030. I ain't gonna lie. Like
you think
I have a
we've
little hope.
we've climaxed in the form of musical expression? Do you feel that we've climaxed?
I don't want to say I feel like we've climaxed. I feel like there are certain artists out there that still, you know, are, are original and authentic.
Hmm.
If I got to throw a name out there, and I don't know if I can or whatever, but Kennedy Ryan, I love
Okay.
Kennedy Ryan. She is one of the ones that she writes her stuff and she writes from experiences, and then she even shares her experiences when she's in the studio, and you can see her actually getting emotional off of stuff that she wrote because
Right.
it's about
Because
her. She's
right.
not sampling other people's stuff.
Mhm.
Um, Everything is original, and I feel like there is hope when I see that kind of stuff. But again, like what I said earlier, people tend to do what's trendy versus what's original,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So.
As you alluded to earlier, you talked about the kids not being able to express themselves or articulate their words, right?
Mhm.
Have you found yourself, or can you share an example where music helped you express something that you couldn't? I mean, like that track where we opened up with, I'm sure that came from somewhere. So, can you elaborate upon that and give us some insight into it?
Oh yeah. So I actually wrote that when I was going right before I divorced my. Yeah, I was expressing the hell out of that track. Like I was like, and it's something that I mean I couldn't really say to him in that moment to just be like, I know. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because if I had said that, it would have been blowed up and it would have been taking all different kinds of directions. And I didn't want to deal with that at the time. But um yeah, I wrote that track and it was just like what I did was after I wrote it, I was like, I got something I want you to listen to. And then of course after he hears it, he's just like, so that's about me.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's about you? It's a form of
Mhm. No,
expression.
good
Like a
thought.
lot of people, I've never been contrary to popular belief. Because you know me, I will cut somebody out, but that's a whole different, you know what I'm saying,
Real
avenue.
fast. Real
When I'm
fast.
trying to communicate effectively,
Uh-huh.
sometimes I can't find the words. And and when I'm trying to communicate effectively without cursing
Okay. Hmm.
or being belligerent or being ratchet,
Okay.
sometimes I can't process what I need to say. What can I replace these words with to get my point across? And music helps me do that.
Okay. Okay. So, how do you see
Uh,
how do you see somebody from Germany or Sweden or Holland or Poland listening to your track and saying, "Wow, I can
so
I
well, let me back up some. First of all, thank you TikTok, because thanks to TikTok, we see we see music fostering global connections every day. All the different cultures participating in these trends, the
uh
dances, and sharing different music. And I don't know if you've seen, they've even had some where they'll got different people from different countries trying to hit different notes on different songs.
right.
Stuff like that. Like it's a lot of great stuff happening. I feel like in that sense, there's not really. I mean, ain't no telling how far that'll go. Like the global impact, the global reach. I feel like that is. I can't even describe it.
Right.
I can't even describe
And
it. Like,
okay, so I want you to think about it from this point, right? This standpoint. How do you feel about knowing that someone in all of these other countries that, the English is their second language,
mhm.
they got you on replay?
You know what? You just made me smile just there. Stop it, I say. I mean, um, I don't even know how to describe it. Like,
Okay, all right. So what differentiates sound from music in your opinion? Are there
um,
are there sounds that you consider to be music?
so this is me and my brain. Now, when I hear sound, I think about pitch, tone, harmonies, um, and I think of wordplay because wordplay is one of those things where kind of like Ludacris, his wordplay is ridiculous. Like, and
Yeah,
every time you hear it, it's him. Like that's
right.
his sound.
Uh-huh.
Um, to me, the music is the genre. It's the soundtrack, the feeling of the whole song. So I'm trying to give you an example. Okay, I'm gonna give you a good example. Beyonce and Jasmine Sullivan both sang a song, "Resentment." I don't know if you ever heard of that. Wish I could believe you. I'll be all right. Now everything you told me really don't apply. Okay, so Beyonce's version was very soft,
Yeah.
very precise. But Jasmine Sullivan's version very
Okay.
gritty, very vocalized, like runs and there's everywhere,
Right, right.
everywhere. Same
Right.
music, but different sounds. Sound
Okay.
is, to me, sound is equal to identity. It's just
Right.
like you can hear India Aria, know that's her. You can hear Jasmine Sullivan, know that it's her. You know, that kind of thing. And some sounds I do consider music. And that's because I consider harmony as a
Mhm.
sound as well. Because you got some people that can do harmonies and stuff like what's the group? Mint Condition, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when you hear that, or when you hear Boys to Men, you know it's like, oh, that's their sound. That's them.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Boys the men make a whole bus get quiet. Everybody on this
But
boat say, and although
I'm
we've
telling
gone.
you, one day by himself, as soon as you, as soon as you hear that, you already know. You already know. That's Boys to Men. Hmm.
Yeah. So have you ever witnessed or experienced music healing power?
I have. Um, I've been playing for a church. Again, I ain't trying to date myself. You better not say nothing.
Okay. I promise you ain't gonna tell you nothing.
I've been playing for a church for 25 years this year.
Man.
25 years. And I've seen people come in, head
Mhm.
down, beat up, depressed. And after singing, or you know how the church say, ministering through music,
Mhm.
they shouting, praising God, uplifted, leaving with a sense of relief. You know, it's because the music is relatable and it's encouraging. And
Yeah.
I absolutely believe music is their therapeutic. Because again, people that can't really express themselves out loud, they depend on
Mhm.
music to do that.
True. That is
Yeah.
very true. So, we getting ready to get up out of here. I got one more question for you, right?
All right.
Who are your biggest musical influences and how have they shaped your perception of what music is?
Ooh. Well, shout out to Melvin, who had me growing up on blues. And then shout out to Laura that had me growing up on gospel. That was conflicted in the
Okay.
household. But I mean, I guess it makes sense because older people say that the blues derive from gospel. So, but anyway,
Hmm.
I grew up listening to a lot of music with my daddy, and so my personal influences are, I would say, like Gladys Knight, Betty Wright, Luther, Patty,
Yes.
Aretha,
Wait,
Whitney Jasmine,
Big Luther,
India Reed, and
big,
Leandra
big,
Johnson, Layla
big,
Hathaway.
big Luther or Little Luther? Which one? Big Luther or Little Luther? Which one? Which one?
Well, I feel like I feel like all of those people have encouraged me to sing what I feel and to feel what I sing. Because you can't
Okay.
tell me that you've listened to those people and the tracks that they've been singing and you didn't feel nothing. It's almost impossible. Um, I've just listening to them. I've basically learned to utilize music as a form of expression
Uh-huh.
while creating my own soundtrack to my own life. And the only thing I can hope and pray while I'm doing what I'm doing is that it make folks feel good during the process.
I can dig it, man. So I really appreciate you for taking part in this and expressing and sharing your thoughts on what is music, right? But I
No
know
problem.
I got one more track that you sent me that we gonna let the world get a snippet of. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna give
Yeah.
y'all we're gonna give y'all a snippet of it. But before I do, I want you to shed some insight on this track.
So, like we was talking about earlier, how I was in different phases of life.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote this track when I actually did find the love of my life, and I wanted to, do some things, some womanly things.
Okay. All right. Some humanly thing. We
So
we, we
I
yeah.
I wrote this song, and I named it Ecstasy because it entailed everything that I wanted to do in that moment.
All right. Here we go, world. We finna check out Ecstasy by Rosa Lorea.
Yeah.
Oh, baby,
That's a nice run.
baby, tonight is gonna be so crazy. I know that I've been slacking on you lately. You see, tonight is going down like never before. I just can't wait till you say yes. What you gonna get from me? I promise I'm gonna make it worth your while tonight, boy. You got a one-way ticket to ecstasy. All you have to do is come and lay next to me. Gonna prove
Okay.
how much I love you. I know you're tired of coming home to the same old thing. So tonight you're gonna have something different waiting for you. Tonight I'm loving you. I know sometimes you wanna change it up, so I'm gonna give it to you till you say it's enough. This is my way to say I appreciate your love and sticking around when the times got tough. Come over here, baby. I'ma give you what you need. Your pleasure's guaranteed. I got so many things I want to do to you. Tonight is just for you. You got a one-way ticket to ecstasy. All you have to do is come and lay next to me. Gonna prove how much I love you. I know you're tired of coming home to the same old thing. So tonight you're gonna have something different waiting for you. Tonight I'm loving you.
Yeah.
Everything that you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
get was you. You're one hell of a
Yeah.
man.
So we appreciate it. I'm appreciative of you, cuz. You know, we finna get up out of here, man. And we hope that you guys have enjoyed this interview, and we have more to come. And I already know we have way more to come from Rosa Lorea, because she finna get her and Big Cuz finna make some stuff pop. You know what I mean? They Cuz finna show her some stuff to get her where she need to go, because it's time for the world to hear you. It's time for that little kid over there in Japan.
Oh,
It's time for that kid over there in Japan to be walking around singing, "I love you." So until we see y'all again, man, you already know what Unc say. You know, that's the other thing. Be where you at while you there, because you can't be nowhere else. So
right.
peace.